Hi, my name's Kaitlin Dickinson, and I'm with SPU Women's Rowing.
Kaitlin, last weekend you had the Windermere Cup, which is a really unique regatta, tens of thousands of fans. How was that experience for you?
It was a really crazy experience. I was able to be a part of it last year, and going into it this year I had somewhat of an idea of what to expect. But I'd probably say there was an even better turnout this year, so just hundreds of boats out on the water at once, 2-minute centers, meaning like one race starts and you pull up and then all of a sudden you're going. So it was really cool. It was a really fast experience, and then boats lining the entire course with fans cheering the whole time. So it's a really unique experience.
Once you get past the kind of wall of boats lining the course, you get to the Montlake Cut, and there are fans on both sides, a really narrow channel, gets real loud, and then a bridge ahead above with fans there too. How do you react when you hit that wall of sound?
We've done a really good job this year of just, keeping our heads in our boat and focusing, because the last thing you want to do is be looking around and trying to see your friends when you're in the middle of a race. So I think our boat did a really good job of not letting it affect us, but it is really cool just being able to know that the rest of your teammates are there, and our families came to watch, so that was really fun.
Last year's race, same venue, I believe the Cox box went out. Yes. This year, did everything technology work out for you?
Thankfully it did. We were able to hear our coxswain the whole way through, and so our calls were more concise and we were able to keep it more together as a crew.
You're close enough to that venue that afterwards you rowed back here to the SPU Shell House. How was that row back?
Being that it was opening day and it was pretty sunny outside, Lake Union was pretty choppy and everyone was out kayaking, so we're just rowing by. Got a lot of people at Gasworks taking pictures of us, but it's just fun because, for some of the girls it was their last race of the season, and of course us as a boat we're heading to Philadelphia next weekend, but it was just leisurely time to get back to the dock and have fun on the water. You
mentioned some of the girls at the end of the season. Your second varsity 8 had a great performance there. They'll be down. Only crew still rowing is your varsity 8. Shell, you're going to the Dad Vail Regatta, a real prestigious event and a huge event, tons of crews. What have you heard about that?
I've heard a lot of great things. There's always pictures of it online that I see all the time, and it's just a really old event. It has a lot of history, so we're really thankful that we get to be a part of it this year.
It's on the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia, and there's a flow to the river a little bit, and there's a little bit of a bend in the course. Are those things that you worry about as a rower, or is that all on your coxswain to deal with those issues?
A lot of it's on our coxswain. Steering-wise, we have to deal with that and different pressures, which is interesting because we've never had a course with a bend in it short of the 5K course we did back in the fall. But I know that having a staggered start is going to be interesting, because I know for the first part of the race you're not going to have any idea of where you are on the other crews. So it's just a big focus on getting ahead and staying within your boat until you're able to shake out around the corner and know where you are on the other boats.
It's important racing for your crew as the NCAA Division II field. This will have an impact on that. You're rowing against a lot of crews you're not familiar with. What is your mindset going into a regatta where you don't know the opposition as much?
Just the fact that as a boat we know ourselves and we know what we're capable of, and we've been keeping up with other crews and keeping track of their results and have somewhat of an idea of what we're able to do. So we have some confidence in knowing what we need to work on, which will help us a lot.
The reason you're going to Dad Vail Regatta is because you're in the NCAA tournament discussion, which is something last year's crew was not in. The season ended with Windermere Cup. How have things been different this year than last?
We've definitely picked up the intensity this year. Just having more girls that know how to row, know what we're doing, has helped that a lot. And so it's been really beneficial to us, and being in that discussion of possibly making it to NC2As this year. We've all been working really hard, and even just discussing as a team how we can make improvements and do something that our school hasn't been able to do in several years.
One unique thing about going cross-country for a regatta like this is you'll be using borrowed equipment, shell and even the blades. What impact will that have?
Being that it's not the exact same boat, it's going to take some adjustments. Thankfully, we should be able to figure it out fairly quickly. It won't be too different, but it's just if the boat's built differently, it might be set a little differently, so we'll have to figure out how to make that work.
Great. Let's talk a little bit about you. Tell us where you're from.
I'm from Monroe, Washington.
And for those not familiar with Washington State geography, let's say if you got in your car at your home and drove here to the SPU campus, how long would that take you?
Probably 45 or 50 minutes.
Fantastic. And what brought you to SPU?
I just really wanted a small Christian school with a good community, and they had a lot of really good majors, and it was just a really good choice for me. It was close to home. So.
Great. Have you declared a major yet?
Yes, I am nursing.
Fantastic. And then long range, is there a certain type of nursing, or what do you see yourself doing after college?
I really want to work with pediatrics, so that's my goal.
Great. Well, Kaitlin, thanks so much for your time, and good luck in Philadelphia at the Dad Vail this weekend.
Thank you.